Telecopter Preview. Introducing KTLA Telecopter number 1, KTLA's latest addition to its ever-expanding facilities to bring you the latest and the best in on-the-spot live television coverage. Good evening. I'm Jay Elliott, standing by in TV Control Center. During this next half hour, we will bring you, for the first time publicly, a live demonstration of KTLA's Telecopter, television's first airborne remote coverage unit, a flying television picture that actually transmits a picture onto your screens while it is in actual flight. But before we project this dramatic step, may we pause here just for a moment to reflect on how this dream became a reality. The possibility of coverage from the air was first discussed here at KTLA many months ago. The obstacles to be overcome in making this a practical operating unit seemed almost insurmountable. But given the go-ahead by our general manager, Jim Shoki, our chief engineer, John Silva, and our news director, Gil Martin, worked hand in hand with National Helicopter Service to overcome the many problems that confronted them. Now, for example, an ordinary one-camera television unit with a power supply weighs about 2,000 pounds. Add to this the normal weight of a pilot and a cameraman for the Telecopter. This left us with a tolerance of about 400 pounds for all the television equipment in the Telecopter. The development of the necessary equipment within the bounds of these limitations was only one of the engineering feats accomplished. And then on July the 4th at 12:48 p.m., Telecopter number 1 successfully transmitted a picture to Mount Wilson from a point approximately 30 miles away. The seemingly impossible had become a reality. And tonight, for the first time, you, the viewing public, will see this historic first. A television first, an engineering first, and a news first. And you will see Telecopter in action. And we sincerely hope that this unit, working in close cooperation with civic forces and equipment, will render a service to this community of which we can all be justifiably proud. And now, let's see Telecopter in action. In a simulated assignment, you'll see how the wheels are set into motion. The news department, under the supervision of Gil Martin, is the starting point of this type of coverage. A news tip or a news flash from one of our many sources is first checked out for authenticity. And should it prove to be a story to be followed, our facilities and personnel are immediately dispatched.
Newsroom control to Telecopter unit number 1. Newsroom control to Telecopter unit number 1. Scramble, please, and stand by for further instructions. Now calling Special Mobile Unit number 4. Special Remote Coverage Unit number 4. This is Newsroom control. Do you read me, please?
Roger, this is Mobile Unit number 4, inbound on the Harbor Freeway, vicinity of Slauson Boulevard.
Will you proceed, please, to north, in the north direction, approximately 3 miles to Exposition Park at the eastern end of the Coliseum. We have an emergency rendezvous there for a simulated news story. Please proceed at once, but maintain radio contact. You read me?
Silva, and he's preparing to enter the Telecopter. In the copter is our pilot observer, Bob Gilbreth. And now coming in to check last-minute instructions with John Silva, KTLA's General Manager and Vice President of Paramount Television Productions, Mr. Jim Shoki. And now, in just a few moments, KTLA's Telecopter number 1 will be airborne. Telecopter number 1 is airborne. Telecopter number 1, this is TV Control Center, Jay Elliott. Bob Gilbert, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
You hear me loud and clear, and you're airborne. And where are you over now? You're over the Hollywood Freeway, right?
We're right over the Western Avenue cutoff over the Hollywood Freeway now, heading towards Los Angeles Center, over.
And you're going right straight towards the Civic Center.
Towards the Civic Center, right.
Approximately what altitude are you flying right now, Bob?
My altitude right now is about 600 feet over the freeway, and we are climbing steadily. Our forward speed is about 65 miles an hour, over.
How many miles an hour? I didn't get that, over.
That was 65 miles an hour.
65 miles an hour. Now, you know our rendezvous point. It's already been given to you by our news director, Gil Martin. And what is your estimated time of arrival? How soon can we get there?
We'll be there in about 6 minutes.
In about 6 minutes. This is still the Hollywood Freeway, is it not?
That's the Hollywood Freeway. There's quite a bit of traffic out here, too.
Can you come down a little bit and give us a closer look at this? Of course, right now the rush hour traffic is starting to diminish, but can you give us a little better look? How about that, John? John Silva?
Hello there.
John, can you, this is Jay Elliott in TV Control Center. John, can you give us a little closer look at the freeway there? How about a little bit closer?
All right, we'll try to find you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you that this is a live television picture from a Telecopter, the KTLA Telecopter number 1. This is not film or a kinescope. What you are actually seeing on your screen right now is live. This is the Hollywood Freeway at approximately 20 minutes to 7 this evening. Hello, Bob. Bob, this is TV Control Center again. Where are you now, approximately? Over?
We're about 3 miles west of the City Hall right now. We'll be there in just another minute or two.
Here we have a little commercial for the Greyhound people. Now you're getting quite close, aren't you, to the downtown section of Los Angeles, Bob, right?
Yes, we are. We're only about a mile away right now.
Now, to me, looking on my monitor here, it looks like maybe we have a little bit of haze in Los Angeles. How is the weather condition? What do we have weather-wise?
There's quite a bit of haze. I hate to mention it, but I'm afraid Los Angeles is fogged in again.
Are we anywhere near, Bob, to the overpass where the freeways all interconnect and intermingle?
We'll be there in just a few moments.
To the interchange.
I would guess about another 15, 20 seconds.
Bob, can you hear me good? Are you reading me good audio-wise?
Audio is perfect. We can loud and clear.
How about John Silva? John, you read me good?
Yes, how much you mind, Jay?
John, you got a beautiful picture there. How do you hold the camera so steady?
Well, it isn't easy. If we develop techniques, we'll find it will be easy. We're developing certain moves for holding the camera. And we have to manipulate the controls up here as well.
John, that isn't, I think we ought to clarify right now that what the people are seeing now isn't being shot with an ordinary television studio camera, is it? Or even a field camera?
No, it isn't. This camera here is a special Citicon developed by GE.
Well, that's a beautiful picture. Now, where are we right now, Bob? Come in, Bob.
I'm afraid I don't know the street that we're over exactly, but the interchange will be picking up in about 4 seconds.
Excuse me, Bob, are we pretty close to the Civic Center? We must be almost on it, aren't we, by the route that you've traversed here so far?
If you look on your TV camera, well, I'm afraid we've already passed it now on your screen, but we're entering the Civic Center right now.
We're coming into the Civic Center, and I think right now that I can see the City Hall. Is that the City Hall? Right straight up in the center of the picture?
That is the City Hall up there. You can also see the interchange in the lower part of your picture there.
Truly is a sight to behold. Here you see the interchange of all the freeways coming together, the Hollywood, the Harbor Freeway. And it looks to me, Bob, wouldn't you say that the traffic now is starting to diminish? We don't have as much.
Oh, yes, the traffic's moving freely now.
Now here we're coming in, correct me if I'm wrong, we're coming in right now on the City Hall.
There's no correction necessary.
Excuse me, Bob. John, can I speak to you for just a moment? What are you're going in awfully close. What do you have? What kind of lens do you have there?
This here is a zoom-R lens, which electronically controlled here. That's why I'm having a little trouble calibrating. It went out of focus as I came in. Because I calibrated for 1,000 feet, and we were at least 3,000 feet away from the City Hall when we came in. I think, would you like to see the interchange from here?
Give us a good shot of that interchange, will you, John? Now we're circling around. We're going to take a good close look at the interchange. After we take a look at the interchange here, we are going to continue on to our rendezvous point. Did you read me on that, Bob?
I'm reading it fine here. We're a little ways away from the interchange now. We're moving up on it rapidly.
There's the interchange where the freeways all connect. The Hollywood, the Harbor, and the Pasadena Freeway.
It's quite a sight to see from up in the air here. It's fascinating, and your screen is picking it up beautiful.
Bob, you have a monitor in the copter there, right? In the Telecopter?
Yes, we do.
You can see our picture all right. It's quite a sensation, isn't it? Being able to not only look down and see it, and also be able to turn over and see it on a television screen.
It's the newest thing, There's no comparison.
Now, in just a few moments, Telecopter number 1 will rendezvous at our point here in Los Angeles. We'd like to remind you again that this is only a simulated assignment. We are just showing you Telecopter number 1 in action so that you can get an idea of the kind of news coverage and the kind of special public service that we, Channel 5, will be able to render to our viewers and to our civic forces here in the greater Los Angeles area. Now you're looking straight down at the intersection, the interchange where all the freeways come together, the major freeways come together. And I'm sure that you have to agree with me. I'm seeing it for the first time, and this is a sight that is something to behold. And you must realize, too, the engineering know-how and the stick-to-itiveness that has gone into this tremendous feat. And I am sure that all of us here at KTLA are more than cognizant of the job that has been done here by John Silver, our chief engineer, by Roy White, by Harold Morby, by Alan Babb, all of them who've done a tremendous job, and Gil Martin, of course, who helped to coordinate and make this dream a reality. Now, Telecopter number 1, this is TV Control Center. You read me?
Loud and clear.
Now, you're almost over our rendezvous point, are you not?
We're on our way to it now.
We're on our way to the rendezvous point. Going, Bob, this is Jay Elliott again in TV Control Center. What are we on now, the Harbor Freeway?
We're on the Harbor Freeway now.
We're on the Harbor Freeway, and we're heading now for our rendezvous point.
Just passing over the Statler Hotel right now.
We're over the Statler Hotel, and we're heading for rendezvous. All right, over and out to you, Telecopter number 1. We're going to check with mobile unit number 4.
Right.
Mobile unit number 4, this is TV Control Center. Do you read me? Come in. Over.
I read you well. This is Mobile Unit 4 checking in.
And there, ladies and gentlemen, you see KTLA's Telecopter number 1 in flight, actual flight, from our remote location out over the Harbor Freeway near the rendezvous point. This shot is being taken by KTLA's mobile unit number 4, which is in progress, moving on the Harbor Freeway. Hello, mobile unit number 4. Come in.
Right there.
Attention, all units. Telecopter number 1, mobile unit number 4. All units proceed to rendezvous point. You hear me? Over and out. Here, ladies and gentlemen, you see a shot from the Telecopter as it's coming into our rendezvous point. Now, the rendezvous point that's been selected tonight for this special program is the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. And here, in just a moment, you will see, now there's another shot from Telecopter number 1, and there is the special unit on the Harbor Freeway. It, too, is preparing to drop off the freeway, I believe, and enter the Coliseum. And now, in just a moment, you will see a shot of the Telecopter coming into the Coliseum. Hello, Telecopter number 1. You read me, Bob? You read me?
I read you, Jay. Go ahead.
Bob, you're coming in over the Coliseum, right?
That's right. We're coming up from the south. We'll be circling the Coliseum and then making an approach landing from the east. Over.
All right, you're coming in from what direction, please?
From the south.
And you're coming in over the peristyle approximately, are you not?
That's right.
All right, Telecopter, you're clear to land at rendezvous point and make contact with our on-the-spot reporter. And now, over to you, Stan Chambers at remote. Stan?
Thank you, Jay Elliott. We can hear the Telecopter now from our location here at the rendezvous point at the Coliseum. It right now is approaching the Coliseum. There you can see the magnificent bowl below the flying Telecopter now, and it is going to take a complete circle. There you can see the playing field below, the scoreboard. Coming around, they have the goalposts up for the coming football game. The Dodgers won't be back for a little while yet. Here's a complete panorama shot now. They are circling around, will come over the Coliseum and land in the this area adjacent to the peristyle entrance. We can still just barely see them now. The large wall of the peristyle entrance blocks our view, but there is a beautiful live shot right now. The Telecopter is over the Memorial Coliseum. There are the instructions for the Telecopter to proceed to land, and it will now circle again and come in this large cement area. A beautiful shot from that picture. The first live telecast from a helicopter, a truly history-making event. Now, we are shooting it from our camera on the ground. It'll circle over the tall trees. Will come in during that particular area there. It's coming in very slowly now. We'll hit just about this spot in the middle of the cement area. You hear the loud roar of the props. The skids are there. A big blast of wind hits us there. And the helicopter has made its rendezvous here at the Coliseum. We'll now take our KTLA microphone in under the props and see if we can get a word picture on the ground from our flying pilot observer, Bob Gilbreth and John Silva. Now you got the roar of this beautiful Telecopter. And I'm sure in just a moment, as the prop is a little quieter, we'll have a chance to talk to Bob. Approximately 10 minutes here, the landing took place. Bob, your picture was beautiful.
I'm glad you liked it. Looked good from up there, too.
Really exciting. How was it up there? How high were you flying?
We were about 800 feet above the freeway most of the time. Getting a bit chilly this day.
Bob, I know you had a lot of problems with the balance and weight of the Telecopter. Could you tell us some of them?
The helicopter balance is a critical thing, and our chief maintenance, Bob Watson, took care of most of that. He's a wonderful person, and he did a great job on it.
Jay probably asked you this question. I didn't get to hear it, but how fast were you traveling up there?
Our cruising speed was about 70 miles an hour most of the time.
Your National Helicopter Service had a real job to help on the engineering of this, didn't they?
That's a great plug there. I think we did. I like to think we did anyway.
Good. Bob, we want to talk to you some more. I'm going to the other side and talk to our Chief Engineer, John Silva. Here you see the various units of the city and county have arrived on the scene. These are the units that you would normally see in any disaster or any event of this significance. John, congratulations. Everyone is very proud of that wonderful picture.
Well, it's been a pleasure working on it, and we had some wonderful people working on it, too, from the station.
John, could you tell us now the weight problem? You started at how many thousand pounds?
Well, we started at 2,000 pounds, which is a normal weight for a one-camera unit with a generator.
And how far down did you have to go?
We had to get down below 400 pounds.
Have you hit that figure, or you got any to spare?
We hit that figure, and we went down to 368. However, we are going to have a very novel item on the Telecopter very soon. It's a tremendous flashing light on the underside of the ship that will be able to be seen for 30 miles in broad daylight. So we're going to have to eliminate 8 pounds, which we already have figured out. This will allow the public, when they see a flashing light in the sky, to go in there and turn their set on because they know something is going to be happening.
So this means when you see that flashing light on this Telecopter, get to Channel 5 right away for the big story. John, could we take a close look at that camera? We've all seen the larger television cameras. This is the camera that is shooting the picture in the KTLA Telecopter.
Yes, this is the GE Vidicon with the Zoom R lens on it, electro zoom. It zooms in equivalent to a 30-inch lens. We can, at 1,000 feet, we can almost fill the screen with an automobile.
How can you focus that, John? You're bouncing around up there, and it must be a tremendous job.
Well, you have to look for about 3 hands, and it's a little knack. You catch on after a while. It's a lot of fun.
Now, can you see the picture that you're transmitting? Do you have monitors and everything?
Yes, we have monitors. Both Bob and myself are viewing one monitor. We have a...
This is the monitor right down here, is that correct?
This is the monitor with a special hood on it to keep the sun out of the tube so we can see the picture.
Now, where is this equipment that you have pretty well hidden on your Telecopter?
Well, most of the equipment is outboard on the 2 black boxes, one on either side.
Well, I'm in the way right here.
Would you like to see inside one of these boxes?
John, let's do that. Fine. John Silva? John, you'll have to be leaving in just a moment then. So we'll check over here, and I'd like to ask some of the men who have arrived on the scene from the various civic organizations just how our new KTLA copter will be of service. Chief William Goss. Chief, will you come in, sir?
How are you, Stan?
Just fine.
Good
This
to
is
see
a
you.
mighty exciting moment for us at KTLA.
This is certainly, it is a fine evening. It's something we've dreamed about for many years. We never thought it would come true.
Chief, here comes our remote unit right now. Excuse me 1 second, sir. Here's the unit coming up right here. We saw it televising live on the freeway. If you remember earlier, our Telecopter picked it up. It received the signals, had a little traffic help from our Telecopter. This is our prowl car. This is the special that is on the scene to bring you all of the news as it takes place. So our second unit arrives on the scene. We want to talk to some of the other dignitaries who are here, but it's quite a thrill to see our KTLA special arrive here at the Coliseum. And those of you watching our entire telecast were able to see a shot of that from 1,000 feet up, a close-up of the car. So Ken Grau is just coming across here. Ken, welcome aboard. Ken, do you have a little trouble coming over?
No trouble at all. As a matter of fact, everything worked together beautifully from the Telecopter to all units as far as communications and picture were concerned. It's quite something to see. I'm sure that all of us are just thrilled to death.
Well, we had a great shot on the monitor there of your special as it was going through.
Well, Stan, this is the baby, as you said, that we always have to be second with this one because we're going to be first with our Telecopter. But eventually our unit will pull in, being directed by the Telecopter so that we can give you more thorough coverage of that special event.
Ken, just before the Telecopter takes off, we want to take a close look at the special. We'll be over there in just a moment. I want to finish my interview over here with Chief Goss.
See you later.
See you in just a moment. Chief, I didn't mean to interrupt there, sir, but as you know, we were waiting for that special to
I know
arrive.
we were following it with a great deal of interest.
Chief, now, as you know, this is another public service of KTLA. This Telecopter will be at the for the use of the various city and county organizations. Now, can you envision how our KTLA Telecopter can help you with the LA City Fire Department?
Well, I can think of many situations, Stan, and Chief Klinger will discuss a couple, but I can think of in this widespread area here in Southern California where our fires and fire problems and other disaster areas cover many, many miles on many fronts sometimes. Take, for example, our large refinery fire we had recently. We have many within the city of Los Angeles. We've had waterfront disasters. A means such as this to rapidly cover the scope of your fire and size it up would be of, well, you just can't measure the value of it.
Chief, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Ken, for a wonderful public
Thank you very much, sir. And now I'd like to have Sergeant Cable. Sergeant, would you come over here, sir? Sergeant Cable of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Sergeant, I know the sheriffs have operating helicopters. Do you think our KTLAIs can be of further help to you, sir?
I certainly do.
In what way can you think of now that we could be of assistance?
Well, the Sheriff's Department is equipped both with manpower and equipment to handle any disaster in the county. However, the ability to have a first-hand view of the situation so that we can determine the need for that equipment and manpower in the area would be of vital importance.
Well, Sergeant, thank you very much for coming over. Thank you very much. Sergeant Cable. Well, friends, KTLA cameras are here. We have so many dignitaries. I see Joe Michike is there, who is the Assistant Civil Defense Director. Roy Hoover, the County Coordinator for Civil Defense. Captain Swan from the LA Police Department. You see the wide area of things that are right here. Captain, thank you very much for coming down here, sir.
Thank you, Stan, and I want to congratulate both you and KTLA for this service. I would like to say that I think that this will probably go a long way to eliminate some of the congestion that we've had at the scenes of our disasters. If the people now can realize that by staying home and watching these things over this medium, they'll see it better and they won't be out congesting the traffic, hindering our emergency equipment from getting in and rendering the service. I think this is a big step forward, Stan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Captain Swan of the LA Police Department. Well, friends, I understand that the word has been given for our Telecopter to be airborne again. I wish we had a chance to talk to Joe Michike, but our time is gone. The units are moving away. Bob Gilbreth, John Silva, time now for the Telecopter to be airborne. We'll take our cameras over here, our microphones to Ken Grau, and see what's going. Ken?
Stanley, it's certainly hard to express the way all of us feel about such a wonderful operation, and now she winds up. Another great special event by KTLA.
Well, there she goes. Our airborne special Telecopter number 1. Ken Grau is here with our ground special, making the report. John Silva is lowering the antenna. And ladies and gentlemen, your first historic telecast, the first live telecast from a helicopter, has been completed. We invite you for all special events to watch KTLA Channel 5. So watch KTLA for Telecopter number 1. This has been Telecopter Preview, a demonstration of KTLA's latest addition to its special facilities to give you the best in live television coverage. Our directors, John Polish and Tip Corbin.
This is the Telecopter station, KTLA Channel 5, Los Angeles.
The kinescope that you have just seen was made on July 29th. Since that time, KTLA engineers have been working constantly on the improvement of the Telecopter and its equipment. The following is an example of the advances made in both sound and picture quality.
Now KTLA switches you to Bob Gilbreth in Channel 5's exclusive Telecopter unit number 1.
We'll be coming up soon on Malibu, Santa Monica Beach here, ladies and gentlemen, and you will note we are reaching the saturation point here with the parking areas. We just learned this from KTLA newsroom, that both the Santa Monica and the Malibu beaches are reaching the saturation point. Also, we just learned that Manhattan and Hermosa have plenty of room for more vacationers. We have another bit of news from the National Safety Council. Present traffic toll throughout the state is 466 Americans. 466 Americans killed in traffic accidents. Or rather, that encompasses all accidents. There's been 324 dead to automobile accidents. 74 have drowned, 11 plane crashes, or 11 people in plane crashes. 57 people have died in miscellaneous accidents, all reaching a horrifying total of 445 to date.
And now, Telecopter Report, as we switch to KTLA's Telecopter number 1 and Bob Gilbreth.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bob Gilbreth, your KTLA Telecopter pilot, bringing you another report.
from high over Los Angeles. Our present altitude is 1,700 feet above the Santa Ana Freeway. We're coming into the downtown section of Los Angeles, down into the Civic Center. Not too much traffic on the freeway. That is, it's medium at least. It's moving freely. But don't let this fool you. Our latest report from the KTLA newsroom is that there are 30 million cars on the highways of America today, and killing people at the rate of about 150 a day. The present dead at this time reads 495. 340 have been killed in traffic, 83 in drowning. 11 have died in plane crashes, and miscellaneous accidents have taken the lives of 61 people. California is still leading the nation with 41 deaths.
For complete news and special event coverage, look for KTLA's Telecopter reports on Channel 5. Next, the Cisco Kid.